Sometimes I need a check.
First carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Snap comes to Murray at 1. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Out. 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun is Eason. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Murray now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
3rd down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Eason.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st.
Tavecchio set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And on the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal, but all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Six 0 our score after 1.
With the score, Buccaneers 6, Seahawks 0.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. but I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Joe Mixon, the ball.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. For this. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Murray. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Shotgun now from Murray. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He'll air this one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Step, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Eason on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Montez Sweat, his second sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On second down, here's Mixon. Now pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down.
The tackle made by Tanner Muse. A gain of 7 yards.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. J.K. Dobbins, 63 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. And the lead is now 13.
Good. Makes the score Buccaneers 20, Seahawks 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Flushed out right. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a carry for Dobbins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Dobbins. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best 1st half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Eight yards to go on second down. Here's Murray from midfield. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
15.
Murray with a third and long. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Eason. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's Eason to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Murray going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that one will be accepted. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Eason. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And he goes out right around the 39. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Murray going to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
1st down, Seahawks.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again, Murray. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, Dobbins. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Ball carrier.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
On third down, here's Dobbins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to play. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Now Dobbins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Carrier. Greedy Williams on the tackle.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
14.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down. Gun. Eason looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
The ball carrier.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
On the carry.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Third down, Murray. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Complete.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
First down, Mixon. Tanner Muse there defensively. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Again, it's Mixon. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. They'll run on first down. Mixon. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Second down and 4.
Now Joe Mixon. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
On the carry. Isaiah Simmons.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
And it's third down.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Again, it's Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. It's Murray. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. This is Logan. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. Third and goal. Give the first man through Gillespie, the fullback. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And goal.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. Murray keeps it himself. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Clock management 101.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
It's 3rd and 10.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Joe Mixon, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Seahawks.
Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.